today's battle, we are taking on a user by the name of Devils Are Us, and you can see that right here we have a brand new team. Now, the main cherry on top right here is the Charizard. And it's a Mega Charizard X. If you guys did not see my community tab, I did put a vote out there to choose between Charizard X and Charizard Y, and Charizard X won by a pretty good majority. So that's who we're going to be using on our team. And I might not use this for too long because it is kind of strong, and I ideally like to show off more weaker Pokemon or just more unused Pokemon. But I did really want to use Charizard X because it was my first ever Mega, and I wanted to get the opportunity to actually try it out in competitive battling. So that's what I'm doing here today. Now, anyways, I decided to leave it Excadrill here because for me, I'm kind of thinking if Charizard really wants to, it could do some serious damage. I mean, this guy's team will probably get destroyed by it, and especially if he goes into Groudon early and sets up the Sun, because then my Flare Blitz is going to be hitting extra hard. So anyways though, I wanted to set up Stealth Rocks just to remove any potential focus sashes, and also just to do some additional chip damage to Pokemon like Lugia that could potentially get in the way of a Mega Charizard X sweep. And he goes right for an Ice Beam. Kind of surprising. I was expecting a Waterfall, but I'm not going to complain because that literally did trash damage. And right here I decided to go into Slurpuff. Not because Slurpuff really is the best move here, but I'm just kind of getting impatient and I want to try and get a sweep as early on as I can. So I bring out the Slurpuff, and one thing that a lot of people don't actually know is that Slurpuff gets Sticky Web. I don't know why it gets Sticky Web. It's kind of random, but it does, and that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I'm running it here over Facade. I mean, it's better to run Return, although like when you spawn a Pokemon, you can't really change its friendship stats, so basically it's always going to be at 0, and therefore it's going to be inconvenient and weak. So I decided to run Sticky Web here, so I can set up some entry hazards, and then if I want to, I can get a sweep going. So that's going to be all nice and convenient right there. So anyways, he goes for another Ice Beam, basically activating my my Unburden. And now I'm going to be able to outspeed basically every Pokemon in this guy's team because I have twice my normal speed. So I'm thinking, well, he's going to go for an Ice Beam or probably a Surf. So, I mean, I'm not sure I could do too much damage to this Gyarados. So I'm kind of tempted to switch out here, especially into Tornadus, because, this Tornadus has an Assault Vest. Now, Tornadus are all these Pokemon are Pokemon I've had for a while. I mean, ideally, I wanted to have spawned some more Pokemon like Thundurus with Prankster, although the problem is Spawner is down right now, and I still want to change my team up because I'm kind of bored with the older team. So I decided I'm going to work with the Pokemon I have, and I had this Tornadus from earlier. Originally it was supposed to be a Defog Pokemon, but the issue was that I could not get Defog for it because, I mean, in this game, the Mood Tutor is a bit lacking. So, I mean, a lot of Pokemon I try to set up have failed because of that, including this Tornadus. So, anyways, though, I decided to blast him with a Hurricane just for some damage because, I mean, I'm thinking I do want to get rid of this Gyarados. I mean, it is a bit annoying, and it's going to be a bit of a problem if I don't take care of it too soon. So, the good thing is, because of my Assault Vest, I mean, the Tornadus is able to take in that Ice Beam really well. And I fire off another Hurricane. I'm kind of lucky that I keep landing it. Like, I have pretty good luck with that one. I mean, and that I have to say is really nice because typically my accuracy with moves is really bad, especially with Play Rough. That's the move I seem to always miss. I mean, I have really good accuracy with things like Focus Blast and Hurricane, but not Play Rough. So I don't know. But anyways, here he goes into his Salamence, and I'm thinking, well, that's actually perfect because he just wasted his Intimidate right here. So I hit this guy with a U-turn, of course, because I mean, also I was kind of thinking, well, he's at low HP, so he might try switching out. And I mean, that's actually a dumb idea because Stealth Rocks are up, so now he can't really bring the Gyarados back in unless it's for Intimidate, which would be smart. So anyways, I bring out the Charizard, and I'm thinking this is the time right here. This is the opportunity to start setting up. And of course, I'm not going to Mega Evolve on the first turn because in case he goes for a Dragon type move, I want to be able to not take super effective damage. Like, I want to try and survive it if I can. So he goes for a fly right here, and that's even better because that means I can get off another Dragon Dance, because there's no point going for anything else. And now I decide, well, he's gonna go for fly, he's locked into it, so I may as well Mega Evolve and boost my defenses so I can take the hit better. So you will see right here, this is shiny Mega Charizard X. A lot of people do not like this shiny, but me personally, I actually really like it. I mean, I think Charizard X probably could get better color combinations, but I really don't think this is a bad shiny. Like, this is not ugly, this looks really clean. So anyways, I get off my second Dragon Dance, and that is kind of overkill. Like, normally with Charizard, one Dragon Dance will be enough to reap destruction, but you know, I'm not gonna complain if this guy lets me set up too. So anyways, it turns out that this is supposed to be a Mega Salamence. I mean, I guess he probably did not Mega Evolve because he might have been trying to save Intimidate. I don't know why he wouldn't, because you know, normally, you know, you would, just so you can get some more damage off your attacks. So anyways, here I hit him right with the Dragon Claw. That's obviously going to be a one-shot. I'm pretty sure even without Dragon Dances, or even without any setup, that would still be a one-shot, because I mean, Charizard hits like an absolute truck. And you have to consider, Dragon Claw is like a 90 base power attack. It's not actually that powerful, but it's going to hit really, really hard with Charizard's tough claws and 130 base attack stat. So anyways, he pulls out the Hoopa, and you know, right here, I'm really tempted to Flare Blitz, because I mean, I'm not too confident that Dragon Claw will KO. Although, I mean, I'm taking, well, I gotta trust Charizard to have enough power right here. And in fact, it does have enough power to take care of the Hoopa, so that's great. And I mean, we already taken out 2 Pokemon, and then he goes into Raikou. I will say, this guy really was not playing too well. Like, if I were him, I would have definitely at least gone into Gyarados at some point earlier, so that you could at least get the Intimidate off. But you know, he didn't think of that. So anyways, Raikou comes out. This is obviously gonna be an Earthquake kill, because I mean, what else would you do here? This is definitely the best move. I'm pretty sure Dragon Claw would have been enough to one-shot it anyways too, but you know, that's that. There goes Raikou, no longer a problem. Now, he decides to send out his Groudon next. I'm thinking, dang, this guy is really making the worst moves, because, I mean, now that he sent out Groudon, he's going to set up the Sun, meaning that my Flare Blitz is going to do crazy, crazy high damage. So anyways, here I decided to just hit him with a Flare Blitz, and this, of course, is going to be a one-shot. There is no way Groudon is taking a Flare Blitz from Mega Charizard X at +2. So there goes Groudon. We take just enough, or we take, like, I guess the recoil is just enough to where we could survive, and that's perfect, because now he sends out Lugia, and you know, I mean, it is a bit unfortunate. I wish he'd send out Gyarados so I could get the proper clean sweep, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to hit this guy with the Flare Blitz. Lugia is tanky and all, but it's not going to take a +2 Flare Blitz in the Sun from Mega Charizard X. So there goes Lugia. Unfortunately, Charizard is going to go down with him, but you know, it really did its job. I mean, it swept through a whole legendary team, so I can't really complain. I gotta say, it did accomplish its purpose. So now, I mean, I can send out any Pokemon, it doesn't really matter. I decided to pull out Excadrill. I mean, once this guy sends out his Gyarados, it's gonna die to the Stud Rocks. I mean, I would say that that's a sweep. I mean, I'd like to think it was. I mean, it was kind of assisted, but you know, a sweep is a sweep. So that right there, my friends, is GG.